You know, like I always kind of thought like, wow, I'm way too brown and I'm way too dark. So I always kind of felt like a little ashamed of all those kind of things. And then growing up and being able to find a community where you're embraced and like there's beauty behind all this cultural stuff. I felt like I really like challenged myself and created something that was a true representation of who I am and the struggles that I faced as trying to still to this day find that identity as like a first generation Chicana. I feel like those kind of pieces, they heal a little part of my soul and they add this pride to like who I am. My name is Claudia Rodríguez-Biezunski. I'm the owner, designer, and creator of Loka. My parents are immigrants from Mexico, a little small like ranch in Guadalajara. My dad had a denim factory and I would go in there into the garage and ask my dad, hey, do you need help? And he would be like, sure. And so I learned a lot of things from my dad. Once I was like a teenager, I really got into like the punk scene. My mom would take me to the thrift store. I would grab like the piece of clothing and then like turn it into something else. I ended up going to a trade school to study upholstery. I felt like the natural thing for me to do was open up a sewing studio. We transitioned into doing tailoring and custom sewing. I think towards like the end of 2019, I felt like I was just kind of like a tool where people just had like these ideas and I was just this tool to get them to like the finish line. I was like, I don't want to do this anymore. I really would like to just focus on like my own designs and see where that could go. Then February 2020 came and we just stopped everything and we made 10,000 masks to give away to our community. When no one was asking for masks anymore, we we're just kind of like, hey, where's our business gonna go? I just started designing and reworking some clothes that I've had in like my own personal collection. And so we documented the process, put it on Instagram and put it on our website and like it would sell out within like 5 minutes. And so we're like, we might have something here. People don't really take sewing as an art. And so for me, I'm like, sewing is an art. So like, I always wanted to like change that narrative and basically be like, well, people don't invite me to be part of their art shows, so I'll throw my own art show. We've got over 40 different artists for our Sewing is Life art show. We totally transformed the whole entire studio. It's like a big event and we're like, we know how to throw parties. But it's a lot of fun, you know? And I feel like we make sure that artists feel like seen and validated and that their hard work is also matched by our hard work. For the live performance, we had a sewing machine on one side of the room. And so the performers were like right next to me and they were just kind of like performing while I was like sewing. The whole entire time, like I just had like goosebumps and it was awesome. When you live in the community that you also work in, you start to kind of like see like all these people as like family. And these people are family to me, you know? It's important to like be able to utilize your ancestral DNA to basically be like, how do we thrive as a community? How do we thrive as a brown community? I never would have imagined like having like the title of like an artist or like a designer or like a community leader or anything like that, you know? Like I never imagined myself in those positions. I really don't want to cry, but you know, it makes me feel like really good and I'm really like proud of our community.